run a business and you are trying to attain profitability or improve on your bottom line, this is a video you cannot afford not to watch to the end. Or you need to share with a friend that's running a business, struggling with his revenue. I have some strategies that I think have worked for me over the course of the years in running my business or my businesses, as the case may be. And you need to join in and watch to the end. I'll be right back. Welcome back. This is the Doshow on Naija Business TV. Naija Business TV is powered by Emerald East Digital, the predictive ROI company. Now, before we go ahead, I'd like you to do something for me, right? I want you to help me subscribe to this channel so that you'll be able to receive some of this amazing content that we will drop every now and then. And I would like you to share this content. I'd like you to interact with us and comment. Also, remember to turn your notification on so that you will know when we drop our content. So let's get to it, guys. You know, every entrepreneur wants to make money. I really want to make money and I want to make more money, right? But there's some simple steps that I've discovered along the way that I'd like to share with you. One of the surefire way of growing your revenue. And the math is simple, the equation is simple. So simple that I don't know and I don't understand why people don't take time to really work on these principles and ensure that it becomes strategy that they can execute. So it's the combination of two things that leads to the third. Marketing sales equals revenue. You see, it's that simple, but it's not that simple in execution. And I'd like you to follow me through this journey, right? So let's start from marketing. A lot of companies, all these top-notch companies from Coca-Cola to Unilever, spend billions of dollars per annum just to have that top-of-mind awareness amongst their consumers. And for all businesses, even if you don't have the financial muscle that they have, you must spend time to market. What does marketing do? It makes you have credibility or great credibility and trust with your prospective clients or consumer or existing clients or consumer. They need to build our trust. You need to build our trust. You need to build credibility. You need to build empathy. Ultimately, how you will know you have derived success or return on investment on your marketing is when consumers can associate with you, when your clients can associate with you. And the key word in the 21st century to latch on when it comes to marketing is empathy. Your consumer, your customer needs to know and understand clearly that you care for them. So how do you do that in principle? You don't just throw marketing information at them. You can't afford to be salesy. By that I mean you can't just afford to be throwing, come and buy this, come and buy that to your audience or to your clients. Basically, you can do that. At the mark of 21st century marketing is content. Content, like they say, is king. But it's not just about content for the sake of content. It's about valuable content. So first off, you need to know what the customers are particular about. What I mean by that is their pain point. What are the values? What are the needs? What are the things that your customers or your clients are struggling with? What are the answers that they are seeking? Why don't you answer that through valuable content? One of the great tools that you can use, which is an online tool, is Answer the Public, answerthepublic.com, where you can actually simulate all the questions that people are asking by typing in the keywords that is very relevant to your industry or to your customer or to your clients. So you go there, you type, maybe somebody is saying financial independence, and you type it in. You will see a circle showing you the things that people are asking around financial independence. And from there, you can actually, be able to add value. Another thing you can do is that go and type the keyword that relates to your industry to Google, right? And go through the articles on the first, second, third page. For that page to rank and to be in Google's first 3 pages shows that people are actually reading and consuming that content. Forget SEO. Yeah, of course, SEO drives that. But beyond that, it means that people are actually searching for this kind of information. So what you need to do is to now from there create your own unique content and get to answer the questions and the queries of your clients, the pain point, and you'll be amazed the kind of feedback that you get from them. People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. So you need to be empathic. For example, if you're into health and supplement, as a random example, rather than just showing the drugs or the prescription or whatever it is that you want to show, why don't you talk about 7 ways that people can maintain their health? Why don't you talk about 7 early signs that people can see when they're having a kind of malfunction or a kind of disease or something? Things like that work. So if you're into financial service, why don't you say things like 10 ways to attain financial freedom, or how to save, or how to attain financial independence by 40 or by 30, something like that. So your marketing needs to, at the heart of your marketing should be value-based content. So it should be value-based marketing. So you see why I'm saying that even though it seems that my equation is simple, it's not simple in practice. I'm not referring to old school marketing where you advertise to people. And you can see even in some of the commercials that have been run lately, you see that storytelling is very critical now. You see that commercials have begun to assume infomercial status, or like a series where people can follow up on the story. So you need to appeal to the emotion, that's the heart of the people, and logic, that's the head of the people, to be able to get them to be able to get that equity, the brand equity that you want from them. So valuable content is very important. You need to look at your industry. You need to find where the gaps are, the questions people are asking, and deliver value. Ultimately, you'll be the thought leader in that industry. You'll be the go-to person when people need that. Imagine that you are the CNN of your industry. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, it's going to take a lot of investment on your part, but there are 2 parts to it. Is either you get specialists that can do it for you, which we do for some of our clients at Emerald is digital. But if you don't have the budget, for example, you can actually DIY. You can learn some simple design skill, content creation skill, just some few editing skills here and there, and you can get started. The most important thing is the consistency. One of the things I will advocate for you is if you can drop 1 content every day, and content comes in different forms. You have graphics, you have infographics, you have articles, so you have podcasts, you have video. So it depends on what you're actually very comfortable with. Some people have good voice and they speak well, so a podcast will work. Some people have TV face, right? A video will work. Actually, if I have my way, I will actually recommend videos for you, because from video you can actually strip different things from video. For example, you can strip audio from video, it becomes a podcast. You can strip, actually you can transcribe the video, it becomes an article. You can take posts and nuggets from the same video and turn it and put it on a Canva and turn it into a quote. The most important thing is for you to post consistently and to be authentic. Ultimately, you need to show empathy and make sure you do the right technical things. For example, the proper description and titling of your video or your content. You must title properly. You must describe hashtag. You must tag the relevant tags. And all these metadata are very important to people seeing your content. And also know that each platform have their nuances. So you need to know that, how you communicate on LinkedIn is different from Facebook or Instagram or Snapchat. So you need to learn the peculiarity of each of those platforms to be able to maximize your reach and engagement. Remember, one of the value leveler in 21st century is digital, the social and the digital platform, as the case may be. So you don't need to have the budget or the capacity of Unilever or MTN to be able to reach out to your audience. And there's this concept I want you to learn. It's called the minimum viable market. So you don't need to appeal to everybody in your market. Just find an addressable market and give top-notch content to those markets. Now, that is what you need to know about marketing in a nutshell. Value-based marketing, like I would like to call it. Now, if you do your marketing successfully, it leads us to the second thing, which is very important in this equation. Remember, marketing plus sales equals revenue or increase in revenue. Now let's drive over to the sales part. Now on the sales, if you have done your marketing well, you will get what we call prospects from marketing. People that will make inquiries, people that will ask questions, people that will like your content and want to deep dive into your services or into other things that you have. So one of the things you need to do at that level is to start qualifying those prospects, because it's not everybody that you reach out to that can be your client or your consumer ultimately. So for example, I run a service business. We run a digital agency. I need to pre-qualify my client, which means they must be able to spend an X amount of naira every month. They must have a particular staff strength, processing structure, the ability to pay, because you need a viable, remember, it's minimum viable market. The thing must be viable, which means they must have the ability to pay. Otherwise, you will run into problems very soon if you have non-paying clients. So we want to make sure that we qualify our prospect. Well, that's one of the missing link when it comes to converting prospect to leads. People don't know how to qualify, to a certain quality. So it's not only about the quantity. So marketing gives you prospect, that's quantity. But qualifying your prospect gives you quality. And so as you do that, the next thing that happens is our leads, which are closely related, but they're different things. So you need leads, people that you can now actually begin to interact with by sending proposals to. You can also DM some of these people through LinkedIn and all of that. And also quickly, let me state that when you do your marketing, the power of social is that it allows for the right targeting, particularly LinkedIn, especially for B2B kind of businesses, right? You can actually, so for example, if you run an ad agency or a marketing agency, for example, or a PR company, what you need to do, for example, is to make sure that you're connected to everybody that bears the name of marketing manager, PR manager on LinkedIn, for example. So you know that you already have quality audience interacting with your content. So at the lead stage, you know that you're talking to the right set of people. Then you can begin to interact with them. You can send them proposal. You can ask for a meeting with them, or having coffee or having lunch, and where you can now begin to, talk to them about your services. And ultimately, remember, it's a funnel. So there's top of the funnel, which is prospecting, the middle of the funnel, which are leads. Now from the leads, you need to ascertain conversion, which means from the leads, you must be able, from your first, second meeting, you must be able to know the DOA, the dead on arrival prospect, which means this cannot lead anywhere, and begin to double down of people that are showing interest or prospect. You need to do follow-up calls, emails, but you can't be pushy also. In the process, you can still begin to sell them more relevant content, send them more relevant content rather. You send them things like white book, case study. You show them, you can go ahead and do like an exact summary proposal, for example. So you can begin to give them some what we call introductory offer. This is also applicable to those selling products. You can begin to have trial version of your product, or educate them more about the need for them to consume your product. Ultimately, you need to convert. And now, what happens when you convert? And it's been said, that it's easier to keep a customer, right, than to get a new one. So you need to make sure that your CRM is solid, your customer relationship management. Your customer service must be top-notch. There must be after service, there must be inquiries. You must check how people are enjoying your services or your product after purchase, or after they've brought you in as a company. There must be that periodic evaluation. If it's a project-based work, you must give reports. You must have meetings, strategy sessions. You must do an update sessions for your client. You must connect with them, because that counts, So all of these things, if you put the sales bit and the marketing bit together, you should be able to increase your revenue. I hope I've helped you. I hope in 3 weeks, in 1 month, in 2 months, you'll be able to write back to us or make a comment and tell us how that this video has impacted your business and your bottom line as a company. So guys, you can't keep this information to yourself. I will want you to share this link share on your WhatsApp status, share on your social platform. Let your friends and loved ones interact with this content. Most importantly, also, please follow us on all our social media platforms at Nigeria Business TV and all our social media platforms at Emerald Hills Digital. We are the predictive ROI company. And if you need us to engage us on your brand and business strategy, on content, social marketing, on digital marketing, and e-commerce solution, we are at your beck and call. You can send email to info@emeraldhills.com.ng. We'll be ready to be your value partner. So catch you next time. Thanks.